Welcome to Encounter Shawnee Mission. I'm Blake Roberts.
And I'm Grace Payton. This episode focuses on the outstanding schools, activities, and programs in the East Attendance area.
Let's begin with Highlands Elementary, where the 5th graders tried their hands at babysitting.
Highlands Elementary School hosted a Parents' Night Out fundraising event to raise money for the 5th graders and their graduation next year. The event involved food, games, and activities that were run by the 5th graders for the younger kids. Organized by parent volunteers, the goal was to give kids the chance to get to know each other and have fun, while their parents have some time to relax.
Tonight they started with pizza, and then they went to PE, a soccer clinic, board games, art, minute to win it, and then they're going to end the night with a movie. Some of these kids are their buddies, so they know them anyways, and it just gives them good guidance, and then it gives something for the little kids to look forward to when they're a 5th, 6th grader to do this project.
While the younger kids played, the older kids got the chance to practice communication skills, patience, and to learn a few things about being a leader.
I've learned how to be more responsible probably and to take care of younger kids like that. I like doing stuff like this and I love children, so it's really fun to do, to like meet with other kids and take care of them and learn this stuff at a young age.
As the night went on, the younger kids learned about counting, drawing, and working together to complete a task. Kids that otherwise wouldn't interact with each other were given the opportunity to meet new people and even make some new friends. And the older kids walked away with a newly found respect for what their parents do for them. In the end, the event helped shape a new group of young, aspiring minds. For Encounter Shawnee Mission, I'm Maggie Agee.
Highlands isn't the only school raising money for a good cause. Students at Blinder have the opportunity to support their school during the book fair.
Students get to buy books and raise money. It's a win-win situation. Joe Brown brings us this story.
Reading is such an important activity at every grade level. Blinder Elementary makes reading enjoyable for the whole family by hosting an annual book fair, which offers something for everyone. Students come to the library during the day to buy books and see what's new.
The book fair is a great opportunity for students to get books into their hands, get them at home, so they have something to do, especially with spring break coming up. They'll have a lot of idle time. We don't want them just watching TV all the time, playing video games. It also gives them an opportunity to see new books that have just come out, and also some other authors that they might not be familiar with, or to find books from the same author that they didn't know had been written.
The proceeds from the sales of the books all go back to Blinder, and we use those things to support the PTA and to help support teacher grants and fun activities for the kids. The kids really love the book fair. It's something they look forward to every year.
Proceeds from the book fair support a variety of building needs, such as teacher grants, field trips, and fun school events for everyone.
We have some adult, from the adult bestseller list for our parents that want to come in, or our older students, our siblings. Then we have all the way down to preschool books. So we've got nonfiction, fiction, you name it, we've got it.
We do a lot of fun events with families surrounding the book fair. For instance, this morning we had our annual Donuts with Dads event where kids and their dads or other adult family member came in, had a donut on us, and then also shopped the book fair and spent some time together before school starts.
For Encounter Shawnee Mission, I'm Joseph Brown.
I went to Blinder and I remember how much fun it was being at the book fair. Lake, which elementary school did you go to?
Well, I was West Review Python. I remember the Walk on the Mall project from 3rd grade. A couple of weeks ago, I went to West Review to capture this year's fun tradition. Currently at West Review Elementary School, the 3rd grade students are working on a project called the Walk on the Mall.
For the Walk on the Mall project, the students have been researching monuments and they're making brochures, and now they're building these monuments, and then we have a Walk on the Mall event where parents will come and actually walk around the mall because they're miniature monuments, so they actually get to walk around. Students can use any material they want, they have. So a lot of them are using foam board, a lot of them have brought in fake trees and fake grass, and they use little Lego people, and just about anything you could think of to build a little monument out of, they're using.
In addition to learning how to construct a model of a national monument, they also are learning about the use of each one of the buildings, the type of construction that it is, Each group also made a brochure that accompanies the monument that they created that will tell sort of the history of it and also its purpose.
I'm building the Lincoln Memorial. I learned that it's very important because Abraham Lincoln ended slavery.
The kids have had a really good time with this. I think it's a fun experiment for them to be able to design things and try them out, and sometimes they work and sometimes they don't, and they have to go back and revise their plans, and it's fun for them to be able to do something with their hands and be creative and then have something to show for it at the end that everyone can see.
For Encounter Shawnee Mission, I'm Lake Roberts. Students at Indian Hills are also practicing their dancing skills, getting ready for this year's musical, Hairspray.
It's an upbeat story that encourages kids to work together and learn from each other. Students at Indian Hills Middle School have been hard at work practicing for their musical production of Hairspray, which will show on May 4th, 5th, and 6th.
We learn the music first, and then we also, while different people are in doing the music, I have a group that I call my scene work rehearsals, where I'll take the leads and I'll just work their scenes, and then we also bring in the choreography after that and we put it all together. Hairspray is a large dance show, and so we have tons of dances to learn, lots of music to learn. That's actually been, though, one of the fun things about this musical versus other musicals is that we've learned some of the music from the 60s. Like there's certain dances called the Madison and the Dirty Boogie. So we actually had to do some research and go online and try and watch those dances and watch shows from the 60s, and so that we could pick up how to learn those dances and try and incorporate it in the show.
This production is different than other productions they've done at Indian Hills because it tells a story and it has a like a meaning behind it. The message is like to include everyone, even when you might think it's wrong, like your time might think that's incorrect, but you still have to include everyone no matter what race or gender or anything like that.
The biggest difference is the message, because we've never had a musical that's had such a progressive theme that even though it took place in the past, we're still trying to learn from those messages today. We're trying to learn that hey, we can all work together and put this musical on and learn from each other.
For Encounter Shawnee Mission, I'm Grace Payton. Our next story takes place at Shawnee Mission East and features high school students working together to help elementary students learn about the environment.
Maggie Agee spent time in the environmental education classes to show us all things that slither, fly, and hop.
The environmental education program at Shawnee Mission East is currently at the peak of its tour season. Every week, elementary schools from around the metro gather in room 301 to learn about different types of animals and their habitats. Through a series of stations, kids get the opportunity to see and pet a variety of different animals, where the high school students teach them about the importance of our environment.
So we're doing tours for elementary school kids. We have kids come about twice a week. They go to different stations, so we have like fish and snakes, and they get to go and learn about and experience all the different animals. In most nature centers, you don't get to really get that hands-on experience or like that small group interaction with different animals. And so the kids here, when they come, they can hold just about anything they want. Like you get that hands-on experience and that close-up.
Each station is relatively short, but each involves a game, quiz, or activity that tests what the kids already know in order to get them engaged and to encourage good listening. And the high school kids get the chance to practice communication skills while also promoting the protection of animals and the ecosystems that they live in.
The younger kids are the future generation, and they're going to be the ones that make environmental decisions in the future. And so I think it's good for them to learn about the environment so that they're more into conservation and ready to help the environment when they're old enough to do things like that.
Hundreds of kids go in and out of the department each year, and with each new group, there's a new set of minds who are ready to learn, grow, and have fun. And with some patience and determination, they just might change the world someday. For Encounter Shawnee Mission, I'm Maggie Agee.
Although I'm not a big fan of snakes, it looks like the kids were having fun interacting with the animals.
I agree. Students at Corinth are also learning about how to protect the environment during Gardening Club, which is an after-school activity. Teddy Dalton brings us this story.
The Junior Master's Gardener program at Corinth Elementary is an after-school activity offered from grades 3 through 6. They meet the first Tuesday of every month from 3:15 to 4:30.
The Junior Master Gardeners program was developed by the extension at state universities so that we could have students learning all about gardening, what they should grow at home, what they can do, how they take care of it, and they really get excited when they plant some of their own vegetables or flowers or whatever.
I've been a master gardener for about 5 years, and one of the things that I love about master gardening is that the kids in this elementary school are exposed to the environment in really specific, really fun ways. We have a lot of local organizations in the area that come and support the children. Operation Wildlife came and did a presentation on owls. We've had a bird center that's over on 75th and Metcalf come over and speak to the kids about protecting birds and types of bird houses. We also work in the garden around the school to beautify it.
I like the club because it's like a fun after school activity, and the teachers are really nice.
For Encounter Shawnee Mission, I'm Teddy Dalton.
Tomahawk Elementary has a school goal of encouraging families to build positive relationships with each other and the school.
One of their activities included a Grandparents and Goodie breakfast, which allowed for families to spend time together before school.
Each year, Tomahawk Elementary School hosts an event known as Grandparents and Goodies.
Grandparents and Goodies is an event that we've done here at Tomahawk for a number of years. It's just a great opportunity to have the parents and grandparents come out with their children and connect with the school, see the school in a little bit different way. We got a new kitchen here at Tomahawk this past summer, and so our cook and they have done a great job this year making the cinnamon rolls here, which is just a lot of fun because we were able to again show off our kitchen, show off our school, and really have a lot of fun with the people that came by.
I do like Grandparents and Goodies just because you can talk with some of your friends and family members, and so everybody gets to know each other. The food is really good and the cooks do a good job.
I would say it's a fun time for the grandparents and kids to react and talk with their grandparents and talk with other people. I thought today was really fun because I got to help out and I really like helping. And because first of all, I was going to kind of just sit around, not really do anything, but I got the chance to help out and serve some goodies and apple juice to parents.
The purpose of Grandparents and Goodies is just to make connections. It's just to be with other families, other Tomahawk friends, and just, have a chance for people who may not get to our school as often as they'd like to come and connect before work or before they begin their day with their students and their daughters and granddaughters and sons and grandsons.
For Encounter Shawnee Mission, I'm Lake Roberts.
Briarwood students start each day with a friendly face and a happy greeting from the courtesy crew.
Students have the opportunity to help others be safe while making drop-off and pick-up a nice way to start the day.
The courtesy crew at Briarwood Elementary helps students start their day in a friendly and safe way.
Courtesy crew is 5th and 6th grade students who have volunteered to be on our team, and they help with arrival and dismissal time.
Basically what courtesy crew does, we come out and just help direct traffic, help people get out of their cars and help open and close doors and stuff. We basically just give a little motion to tell them all right, you can go, and then if it's time for them to stop, you can tell them, okay, stop. I basically joined because I wanted to help people get safe, be safer getting out of their cars and stuff.
There's a lot of benefits. One of them is puts the 5th and 6th grade students in a leadership position where they can truly help out their school and make a positive difference. Our kids in the morning times, they're opening car doors, they're greeting kids and families, and just helping everyone start their day on a good note.
For Encounter Shawnee Mission, I'm Grace Payton.
Second graders at Prairie Elementary have been busy creating hats for the annual hat parade.
But these aren't ordinary hats. Each hat represents a different country, and students have the opportunity to show off their work.
The second graders at Prairie Elementary are learning about different countries and cultures through the hat parade. Students select the country, research the country, then make a hat that represents the country.
And the students always put on a hat parade, and it's a multicultural event. Each student has a different country, and they look up facts and do an extensive report, and then at home they make a hat, and we sing lots of songs from around the world, and then we also do a program for the parents and the grandparents at the end of the year.
like the hat parade is because there's so many different countries that you can get, and it's so fun learning about the country that you got, and I know for a fact that this wouldn't be possible without some of these teachers here. And I love singing the songs every single day and practicing. It's just a really fun event that we get to do.
The 10th graders had so much fun showing off their creative hat designs and ending the day doing the Mexican hat dance. For Encounter Shawnee Mission, I'm Teddy Dalton.
Our final story is a special feature on East track coach Michael Chafee.
Although Coach Chafee has retired from teaching, he continues to be an inspiring force for the track athletes.
For the past 18 years, East cross country and track athletes have been coached by Michael Chafee. Coach Chafee retired from teaching in 2015, but continues to be a driving force for young people. He is highly respected for his enthusiastic presence on and off the course.
Everybody on the team really has a lot of respect for him.
Catch up to him. You got this. You got this, guys. Come on.
The workouts that we do are not really very structured. He kind of just gives us what he wants us to do, and you're very motivated to hit the times that he wants and do everything the way he wants you to, just because of the amount of respect that you have for him.
He's a good coach, but he's not someone who's going to over push you. He's not going to overwork you, and it's always nice, even if you have your worst race or your best, he's always there to give you the same pat on the back and everything, and he always appreciates what you do.
It's not unusual to see Coach Chafee behind the lens of a camera during meets. He uses his camera to capture inspiring and memorable photos and then shares them with all athletes, even participants from other schools.
For Encounter Shawnee Mission, I'm Joseph Brown.
Thanks for watching Encounter Shawnee Mission. I'm Grace Payton.
And I'm Mike Roberts. See you next time.